Welcome to Journals Outpost TV. I'm Pauline.
Constipated? You can have the smoothest move in town. Health is freedom from disease, a state of complete physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. And this is according to the World Health Organization. All healing power is inherent in the living system. Dr. Robinson. I like what Dr. Erasmus says. He says, citizens always want health, but generally subvert their wishes to factors that lead to diseases. And he's the author of the book, Fats That Heal and Fats That Kill. What is disease? Disease is an effort of nature to free the system from conditions that result from a violation of the laws of health. And here we see that the father of modern medicine, he's called Hippocrates or Hippocrates. He defines illness as illness does not come upon us out of the blue. They are developed from small daily sins against nature. When enough sins have accumulated, illness will suddenly appear. So, disclaimer, this presentation is provided for educational and informational purposes only. Please consult your healthcare professional for personal advice. Hippocrates says that all diseases begin in the gut. All right, and here we know that constipation is a leading cause of all sickness. Constipation is the #1 gastrointestinal disorder in the United States, and the Western diet is predominantly high in fat and low in fiber and water. And this type of diet causes constipation. Many people are not fat, but they can have 10 to 20 pounds of toxin sitting in their colon. A guide to having the smoothest move in town. What is constipation? Symptoms associated with constipation, the root causes of constipation, dietary consideration, antidote in simple plants, what I call nature's medicine chest, how to prevent constipation, proper toilet posture. What is constipation? Constipation is a clogging up of the large intestine or the colon. And we can look here, see? Right here, that's the large intestine, the colon. And that's the rectum and the anus for it to come out, but it's not coming out. It is clogged up. As I mentioned earlier, some persons are not fat. They have 10 to 20 pounds of feces in their large intestine. So constipation is self-poisoning. It's a self-poisoning disorder, all right? And constipation often results from insufficient intake of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. So let's talk about a healthy body. In a healthy body, waste travels through the digestive tract in a predictable, regular cycle, usually taking between 6 and 24 hours to pass. Sometimes, however, waste matter passes through the large intestine too slowly, and the result is called constipation. So a healthy person generally has 1 to 3 complete bowel movements daily, okay? Symptoms associated with constipation. These are the symptoms: difficulty passing stools, decreased frequency passing stools, bloated and tender abdomen, loss of appetite, abdominal distress and pains. Some of the ailments that are caused by constipation are boils, bowel cancer, headaches, varicose veins, insomnia, and the list goes on. Not taking in sufficient fluids and not exercising enough are always important factors. Insufficient muscle tone in the intestinal or the abdominal wall due to a lack of exercise. Repeated failure to heed the signal. Let's look at the root causes of constipation. Poor diet, low fiber, low water intake, and magnesium deficiency. Laxative or enema abuse and medication. Underactive thyroid and liver problems. Stress and inactivity. Intestinal parasites and lack of beneficial intestinal flora. Colitis. Population can be most of the constipated. 30% of our population can be relieved by simply introducing stool softening oils containing essential fatty acids like flaxseed oil. Flax oil has this stool softening effect. Drinking more water and eating more fiber-rich foods also help relieve constipation and give you the smoothest move in town. Fiber and more fiber, yes. Raw or lightly cooked fruits and vegetables, beans, nuts, and seeds. Very good. You could ground flax seeds and sprinkle them on your fruits. People with constipation often have a magnesium deficiency, so it's good to get your green leafy vegetables that are high in this mineral, as well as in fiber. So now you have another reason to eat your kale, broccoli, spinach, and your Brussels sprouts. Drink plenty of water, 64 ounces of water or a glass of clean, quality water every 2 waking hours is usually an adequate amount that will keep your stool soft. Sometimes when I work with persons, taking them on a healthy lifestyle journey, I discover that they don't eat fruit and they don't eat vegetables every day. So I encourage them to eat raw fruits and vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables every day. Fiber also reduces transit time and the amount of toxins reabsorbed into the system from the stool, all right? And so it's very good to have a lot of fiber. Because what happens is that bran bulks the waist and activates the nerve relaxes that signal healthy elimination. Nature's medicine chest. And so God has placed the antidote for disease in simple plants. All right? Herbs help constipation by gently restoring normal bowel function. So I think, so what you could do is add a tablespoon of lemon juice to a glass of warm water and take this remedy 30 minutes before breakfast each day. It's very, very good to help the digestive system. You could also use activated charcoal tablets at bedtime on the night before the fast. So it's good to fast, and you could also use activated charcoal tablets at bedtime on the night before the fast. It's best to be strictly regular in your mealtime and your bedtime. Very important. So here are some herbs from nature's medicine chest. Here we have garlic, alfalfa, cascara sagrada, dandelion. Oh, I love me some dandelion. Dandelion is awesome. Look at it there. And it grows like everywhere, right? And here are a lot more that you could use. Aromatherapy is also very good. You could use rosemary or other herbs. Exercise, walking, biking, and swimming is very important. Exercise is very important since it moves the waste through the intestine without allowing any toxins to accumulate. Very, very good to exercise. So those persons who don't exercise, they have a lot of toxins accumulating in their bodies. Bowel cleansing. So many ailments can be attributed to an unhealthy colon, such as poor eyesight, hay fever, and the list goes on. Arthritis, yes, headaches. So these are different ways that you could cleanse your bowel. If you didn't get everything, you could always contact me for me to give you, to send you the information. All right. No enema bowel cleanser. Here are the ingredients. Psyllium husk, of course, alfalfa, cyprium, apopectin, and there they are. Very simple. If you didn't get it, simply shoot me an email and I'll send you the information. And these are other ways you could cleanse your bowels. This one is very simple. Look at it. It's here. It says take 1 tablespoon of psyllium husk and 10 ounces of water. See there? And that's, and you can do this twice per day. Aloe vera juice improves bowel movement. You can take a 1/4 cup daily. Take a 1/4 cup daily. Here we have dandelion root stimulates bile flow and improves constipation. Drink dandelion juice or tea 30 minutes before each meal. It's very good not to eat and drink. It's good to drink between your meals, not with your meals, all right? Because what happened that the fluid will interfere with the enzyme of the digestive juices. For example, the hydrochloric acid is diluted when you drink, and so it's not able to digest the protein in the stomach, so it's best not to eat and drink. And the list goes on. Different herbs in nature's medicine chest that you can use for constipation. It's also good to use to do body work, like a self massage of the abdomen. It's so a self massage of the abdomen feels quite relieving if you are constipated. So you could try doing that. And this stimulates and warms the digestive system. Constitutional hydrotherapy is the most powerful of all the hydrotherapy treatments. It has been named constitutional since it has benefits to the entire constitution of a person. So this is very good also to use if you are constipated. The alternation in hot and cold increases the immune system's white blood cells to help fight off infections. It also increases circulation to the digestive organs and other organs of elimination. So we see why hydrotherapy is very good. So some healthy lifestyle recommendations. Respect and attend to the urge. Don't ignore it. Never repress the urge to defecate. When you hold back, you are training your bowels to misbehave. The result is often chronic, even lifelong constipation. Take your time at the toilet. Do not strain. Squatting is the best position to adapt. I mentioned this before. Exercise helps to stimulate intestinal contractions. So a brisk walk and crunches well done and crunches done properly are also helpful to strengthen the abdominal muscles. Eating and drinking. Put about 5 hours between the end of one meal. having nothing but water between meals. Eat 2 meals daily, breakfast and lunch are preferable. Eat slowly, take small bites and chew well, never overeat. Use a few liquid foods and never drink beverages with a meal. And so why? We talked about this before. I talked about it before. Here you go. It's because the water must be absorbed before digestion of the solid portion can begin. And I talked about that before, that it's good to have your water, say, 30 minutes before. And you could give it like, say, an hour and a half to 2 hours after your meal to drink again. All right? I would say at least an hour, please, after, yeah. At least an hour. So, but an hour and a half is preferred, all right? But I say at least an hour because persons who are just trying to not eat and drink might not be able to wait so long. But I say at least an hour, okay? I like to wait an hour and a half. Because this method will help to regularize your digestion. All right, so avoid all stomach irritants, the hot pepper, spices, vinegar, baking powder, baking soda, caffeinated drinks, nicotine, chocolate, sugar. Oh, the sugar just leaches the nutrients, and the caffeine does that too. Alcohol as well. Pharmaceutical medications, including drugs that treat Parkinson's disease, may also promote constipation. Laxatives and the bowel nerves. Beware of over-the-counter laxative. They are extremely harsh and can create an unhealthful dependency. Chemical laxatives will stimulate the bowel nerves and eventually weaken the muscles. All right? And again, remember, do not strain. You will only create hemorrhoids or varicose vein. Instead, breathe deeply using your abdominal muscles and try to relax. So we talked about water before. Drink 8 glasses of water daily. Avoid, having spoiled fruits or vegetables. Sometimes they're like, oh, let's cut it off. Avoid it. If you're overweight, reduce your weight to normal. Do half an hour to an hour of outdoor exercise each day. It's very good to exercise in the outdoors. There are great benefits. When I do my next presentation on fresh air, you'll understand why. A healthy bowel contains sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Blackstrap molasses contain these minerals. Very important minerals for you to have. Very important minerals. Eat no low residue foods. And what are they? Meats and milk, cheese, eggs, sugar, sweet beverages. Avoid them. Avoid consuming them. White flour products, refined foods. Eat instead more fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains. Include greens, nuts, and whole grain bread. All right? And if you have to do pasta, do the whole grain. How to prevent constipation. So do not eat foods that are fried or high in saturated fat. So fat, why? Because fat slows the travel time through the intestines. Because it has to go through the small intestines, then the large intestines, and the travel time is really, slow when you have a lot of saturated fat in your diet. Avoid the mucus forming foods. What are they? Foods which also, and these foods are dairy products, fried, processed foods, refined flours, and chocolate. They are mucus forming foods, right? Sugar too. What they do, They also slow the transit time of waste matter. Caffeine and alcohol are hard on the digestive system and are dehydrating as well. 1 cup of coffee, you need 5 cups of water to replace the water that was removed by a cup of coffee. And persons who are, sensitive to gluten, gluten sensitivity will cause constipation. And how is cancer produced? Well, if you wish to produce cancer, eat nothing but flesh, denatured, refined, and devitaminized foods that will constipate you. Constipation is a mother of all diseases. All right. Lack of water and lack of exercise will also contribute to constipation, and constipation contributes to colon cancer. How did we get here? It is not the right posture to use a toilet. Know the correct posture. Know the correct posture of sitting on the toilet. The one on the left with the X, that's the wrong one. The one on the right with a tick, that's the correct one. Check mark, correct. So proper toilet posture here, the squatty potty, you could always buy a squatty potty. It has that, it allows you to have a 35-degree. Sources for my presentation, here they are.
Thanks for watching.